Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is my second or third ever video. Today I'm doing a tool comparison of the Husky and uh, Harbor Freight wrenches. So these are specialty wrenches. They help me out a lot in tight spaces. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that today. But I wanted to go over the differences. So what's special about these is they're supposed to have these, supposed to ratchet from the open end, and that's really unique. It's supposed to be great, really tight spaces, and you don't have to pull it off and then rotate it like that. It's supposed to just be able to rotate it without having to take it off the bolt, and it's supposed to be really helpful. And I have found that, believe it or not, the more expensive ones are not always better, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. So as you can see, they look rather similar in design. They're one directional, so if you want to tighten it, you have to have it one way, and then you got to flip it around if you want to loosen it. So they are one directional, but that's okay. When you're in tight spaces using these, you're normally only going to care about the one direction anyways. As you can see, the Husky is a lot smaller. I'm sorry, the Husky is a lot bigger. The Husky does have the ratcheting at the end. The Pittsburgh doesn't, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care about the ratcheting end, because if I'm in a tight space, I'm wanting this end, depending on what I'm doing. I want that to be ratcheting, so I don't care too much for that. I get out my gear wrench, flex, ratcheting wrenches whenever. That's what I'm going for. So Husky, I have bought Husky for years, and I still do. I have a lot of Husky tools, and that's why I bought these specialty wrenches. And then I bought these 2 weeks ago, and I was not too impressed with them. I really thought they were going to be better. And then today I went to Harbor Freight and I found these, and I had looked for these in store and I'd never seen them before. I don't know if it's a new tool or what the case is, but price difference here is you get $50 a set with the Husky, and you get 6 wrenches. And of course you got standard and metric, so you got to get double, you got to pay double the price because you got to get 2 sets. With the Harbor Freight version, it's $15 a set, so that's $30 compared to $100. Husky calls it something different. They call it the universal ratcheting box end, whereas Harbor Freight calls it the speedy open end. So not really difference there. They do exactly the same thing, just a different name. Another thing I wanted to note, it's not really a big deal, but the Husky ones come with this, nice little display. The Harbor Freight one, you might be able to cut this yellow part out and be able to use that for storage. Not really sure. I don't really like the way it's set up, so I'm not planning on using that. When I bought these 2 weeks ago, I took the cap off. You can put it back on easily. You don't have to break it off. I took the cover off and I put it in my toolbox just like that, and I set it right in here, and it fit in nicely, and it kind of goes nicely with what I've got going here versus these. I mean, that won't really go too well with it. I get these at Harbor Freight, and then I just cut the excess off. I don't remember how much they are. I think it's like $10 for 2 of them. So you get them, and it's got red and black, so it's kind of nice. But just something to keep in mind. I don't know if you care about that. I really don't. But yeah, this one does come with a nice little display, and then you can put the cover back on and lock it in case you want to take it with you so your wrenches aren't flying everywhere. Okay, now this is where I wanted to go into demonstration. So with the Husky, it has the arrow indicating which way you want to go, and this is a very common part that I have to change out. And it's you get the Husky, and you can see it doesn't really slide in there. It's not a big deal because you can just kind of force it in there. But then you do force it in there, and it honestly, I don't know if you can see that, it doesn't do well in tight spaces, which is the main reason I wanted this, and it can't get a bite of it. But then you grab the Harbor Freight, got a bite of it there, twist it around. Whenever you do this, you just listen for that little thud noise, and then you know it's got a bite of the bolt and it's ready to be turned again. And then I just wanted to show on kind of a regular bolt. Whenever you go to do it, it does take a bit more to grip this one. It keeps wanting to slide off. Whereas the Harbor Freight one, I mean, it grips it, you know, no issues. Oh, if I'd watch what I'm doing, yeah. So, quite a big difference there. This one doesn't really have trouble gripping it, whereas the other one does. So I just wanted to give that demonstration. I mean, at first I was happy with the size of this one because the length, I'm able to get a bit more torque on this, whereas this, I mean, see that, but I mean, to be honest with you, I wanted these more for tight spaces. Anyways, if I'm working on, you know, something where I need more torque, then I'm probably going to grab one of my other wrenches and break the torque on it, and then pull out one of these. That way it's ratcheting a lot faster. But these are great for, you know, situations like I just showed where it's a really tight space. You can't get a socket in there. But that being said, if you're buying them for the reason that, like I did, this is a lot cheaper and it is significantly smaller. And I mean, I hate to say it, but it performed better. I mean, I really wanted the Husky to do better because, I mean, I paid more for it, but I mean, that just isn't the case. And I mean, this tool right here just kind of proves that, I mean, you don't always get what you pay for. I have a lot of name brand tools, and that's great, but there's a lot of tools where, I mean, this costs $70 less for 2 sets, and it works better, and it gets in the tighter places better. And there's a lot of you who are going to say, well, yeah, but how soon before that strips out versus the Husky, and that may be the case. I don't know. I just picked these up today. I picked these up 2 weeks ago, and they're going back. I'm taking them back to the store, getting a refund, because this does a better job. And I don't know how long that's going to last before the lip starts giving way and it doesn't really do its job. I have no idea. But that is why they have a lifetime warranty. Anyways, this is my first ever tool review. Hope I demonstrated, you know, decently. Hope this helps you guys out. This really is an amazing tool set. Great for tight spaces like I was just showing you. So anyways, thanks for watching.